Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something a bit different. I wanted to show off some of my very problematic and very messy Sims that I play with when I get in the mood to play some gameplay. We're starting out here with my Sims that I created when the Love Struck pack came out. And these guys, they have so much stuff going on. Like, it's actually ridiculous. Um, but this guy right here, Randall, he's fine. He's good. I'm good with him. I'm chill. I like him. He has the soulmate aspiration because he wants to find the love of his life. But he's also kind of romantically reserved, but he's loyal. He's a geek. He's also gained the cheerful trait in gameplay. Um, he also is in the new career, the like love guru career. But this is him. This is how he dresses. He's got a couple outfits. He's got some colorful options. This is his suit. He likes to wear a lot of colors. He also doesn't work out a lot, so he kind of just threw this on. His brother would not approve. This is his sleepwear. Now his party wear is a bit out there. I kind of saw the new outfits from the Love Struck pack, and I just kind of went for it with this one. So this is what his party outfit looks like. His makeup is a little weird, but I experimented with it just a little bit. He's also got some cool rainbow nails on. I thought this outfit was really fun. I don't see it all that often because getting them to change into their party wear, it depends on the place they're at or what kind of event they're throwing. I haven't seen this outfit in gameplay yet. But here's his swimsuit, completely normal. And then you got hot weather wear. And then you got his cold weather wear with the new sweater from the pack. But yes, this is Randall. I love him. I think he's adorable. But we're going to talk about somebody else now. We're going to talk about this man. I hate this guy. Absolutely hate his brother. And that's partially due to my own doing and how I've been playing with him, but like I hate him so much. But this is Chadwick. He's got the serial romantic aspiration. He's also romantic, self-absorbed, a genius, and then he's also gained the active trait from me playing with him in game. And this guy is, I can't stand him. But these are his outfits. He wears a lot of black, a lot of black. He also has this open button shirt. Here's his formal wear. Here's his active wear. He does not wear a shirt when he works out. He's got a lot of tattoos, specifically on his upper body. He doesn't have any body hair. Refuses to have body hair. Needs to be waxed and shaved constantly. Here's his sleepwear. Here's his party wear. He wears all leather for one of them. And then here's the other one. Same as his everyday wear, except it's a white shirt. And then he has a Speedo for his swimwear. Okay, so his hot weather wear, again, saw some new clothes in the hot weather wear category and just had to go for it. So this is hot weather wear. Yeah, it's a choice. It's a choice. I don't actually know what this top is supposed to be used for in the game. I don't know if it, because Love Struck is a very spicy pack, so I don't know what this piece of clothing is used for, but it was in the hot weather wear category, and I was like, Chadwick would wear it. 100% he would wear it. And then this is his cold weather. Still sticking with the I'm trying to be a rich kid or a rich guy bachelor outfit. But yeah, these are the brothers, and then I'm going to show you what their house looks like. Okay, so here we are in my Love Struck gameplay with their house. This is where they live. I literally just built this right before I stopped playing with them for a little bit. So the house is pretty bare. I wanted it to have like bachelor pad vibes. Also, Chadwick is supposed to be like the older brother. So this is kind of his house. He wants it to have, He wants it to be like clean and white, even though he wears all black. His house is all white. It is not colorful like all the buildings you see around him, except for this one, which is a bad example. But most of the houses in this neighborhood are colorful, but theirs is stark white. They have lived in 3 different houses since then, before this one anyways, and this is the least colorful one. It's also 2 stories to match the vibes around, but it is going to be pretty blank because, as you can see, they only have 692 simoleons. They don't have a lot of money to decorate their house just quite yet, but this is kind of what the inside looks like. The 2 guys are at work right now. But this is where his brother Randall sleeps. He sleeps downstairs in this tiny little bedroom right here. And then here is the dining space and the living room and kitchen area. As you can see, it's very small. There's also a downstairs bathroom. It is the only bathroom in the house currently because, again, they ran out of money. But here's Chadwick's bedroom. It is very dark. It's got the blackout curtains. He doesn't have the heart bed. He just has a regular bed, but he does have this neon light above his bed. And then also he has this boxing movie poster, and he also has a picture of himself on his dresser. And then here in this back corner over here, here's where all the girls that he is currently dating or has dated previously in the past. He likes to hang them up on his wall even when he brings new girls into his bedroom. I hate him. I literally, I just can't stand this guy. I think he's gross. I think he's icky. But that's what's fun about The Sims, is you can play people that you absolutely do not like and despise. But we're going to talk about him in a second because a lot of stuff has happened with him. But we're going to talk about Randall first. Randall, he is so sweet. I love him. He is so cute. He is in the new career that we have, the romance consultant career. He's level 4 currently. He needs to get some logic skill and some romance skill. He just got promoted the last time I played. But he is currently dating the creature keeper from the cottage living pack. They met on Cupid's Corner, which Randall has kind of had a rough go at Cupid's Corner. So like when I signed him up for Cupid's Corner, I did it after his brother had already been on there a couple times and went on a couple dates. So I decided that Randall should give Cupid's Corner a go. And I set him up his profile and everything. He doesn't care who he dates. It can be an old person. It could be a super young person. It doesn't really matter to him. A person is a person to him. But he is into dudes. He is not into women. So when I was going through Cupid's Corner, I was getting a lot of people, specifically Father Winter showed up. And I was like, I don't know about dating Father Winter. I'm not into that. So I went through all the other people on the app, and I just didn't like anybody. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll give blind dating a shot. And you know who showed up? Father Winter. Father Winter showed up. And I was like, but I was like, sure, why not? Let's go on a date with Father Winter. Let's just see how it goes. It did not go that well, as you can see. Father Winter kind of was vibing with Randall. I could get the fun interactions and like the funny interactions to work, but a lot of the romantic interactions weren't quite working. And also it just made me a little uncomfortable. I know a lot of people like to romance Daddy Winter. However, I don't. I find it a little weird. Even though you can get that really cool, I think it's a trait where it's like father, like child of Daddy Winter or something. It's like a special trait that you can have, or characteristic. I, however, just don't like it. So that date ended bad. And then he met Michael on there, and as you can see, their romance bar is kind of struggling. Michael's not really into dating either, so I don't know how we got a gold star date, but we did. So we're still trying to kind of figure ourselves out here a little bit. But that's Randall. Again, he's super cute. I really like him. And then you have the opposite end of the spectrum. This man, who is absolutely exhausted. We're just going to fix that for him real quick. Congrats. I kind of like you for a second. But this man right here has been through it with the ladies, he literally has obviously the serial romantic trait or aspiration. Um, he has had at least 3 simultaneous girlfriends and partners, as you can see by his list here. He also knows a baby, which I found out the last time I played, and it, which is part of my doing. It's what I did. I did it on purpose. But the first person that he dated was, in fact, Courtney. And they're still obviously going a bit strong. Their friendship is a little questionable. But the first person he went on a date with was Courtney. And then after he dated Courtney, he went on a date with Jade. Obviously, their romance bar sucks because he violated her romantic boundaries and she broke up with him. But that's okay. He's got Julia. He's got Dina. He also tried to go on a date with Lilith because I was like, ooh, him and Lilith probably would match up. No, they have awful compatibility and he is super unattracted to her. So that didn't work. That date was awful. She actually left early. I actually think I made Chadwick call up and cancel the date early. Either way, one of them left the date early because it just sucked that bad. He tried to go on a date with May. She's dead now. Don't know how she died. Rip to her. But this baby right here, this baby belongs to Courtney. I found this out the last time I played. I was like, why the hell does he know a baby? It's his. Him and Courtney have a child together. So that's a thing. That's the thing I'm gonna have to deal with. Also, another thing that I'm gonna have to deal with is that he is now engaged to Dina. Cause he was off lot. And I was here with Randall, and he was off lot. I didn't know where he was because I just loaded back into the save. And then I get a pop-up, and it says, oh my god, found a ring in Dina's bag. So you know what? I was like, you know what? Say yes. Be engaged. Live your happy lives together. So him and Dina are now engaged, and I hate to tell her, but it's just not going to work out. I am not going to make it work out, because let me tell you, him and Dina have been through the ringer. So last time that I played with this family, right, him and I believe it was Courtney, they were in his bedroom, getting it on, having a banging good time, pun intended, and Dina comes walking into the bedroom literally right after they had finished, and they were like hugging and kissing, and she comes in and she asks him on a date, and he is literally in the middle of a date, and I was like, Dina, bad timing, get out of here. And then she got mad and she was like, oh my god, you're violating my romantic boundaries. If you do it one more time, I'm gonna break up with you. And I'm like, okay, Dina, I won't do it again. She goes into the other room and talks to Randall for a little bit. And I have him and Courtney just start making out on the edge of the bed. And then Dina comes walking back in and breaks up with him because he broke her romantic boundaries. And I'm like, Dina, that's kind of your own fault. So him and Dina were not together for a while. And then his romantic relationships just started to not kind of work out. As you can see, he did kind of have a fling a little... Hello? Yeah, sure. Him and Nancy had a fling for a little bit. He invited Nancy over. Obviously, they're not good friends because he is just like this playboy guy. And he woohooed with Nancy for a little bit. They had fun. Nothing serious between them. Just like, you know, Sims with benefits, if you know what I mean. But he kept thinking about Dina. So I called up Dina, invited her back over, got their relationship more into a positive thing, and I asked her back out on a date. So now they're partners again. So I think he's partners with Dina, well, now engaged. I think he's also partners with Julia, and he's still partners with Courtney. So he's got like 3 girls going on, plus Nancy. Julia wants nothing to do with him anymore. Lilith definitely doesn't want anything to do with him. He tried to date Xochitl and Candy, but that didn't work out. He also tried to go on a date with this old woman. I specifically put on his Cupid corner, no elderly women, and he went on a blind date. And she showed up, and I was like, sure, why not? But she hated him, and I was like, rightfully so, girl, get away from him. Oh my God, Julia, what are you doing here, Jade? Oh my God, Jade. But yeah, that's basically what's going on in this save. When I loaded back in, he is now engaged to Dina, so I gotta deal with that. I gotta deal with the fact that he also has a baby with Courtney. There's just so much stuff going on in this save. I absolutely hate this man. He's also in the programming career to be a tech bro. But yeah, that's what's going on here. They need more money to make this house look nice. Oh, now you find Jade attractive. Okay, this man's just a mess. But I'm gonna take you to another save now. So here we are at a less problematic save, though it's still kind of problematic. There's a lot of drama that happened in this save in particular. But this is my long lifespan save. I've been playing on the long lifespan, given the name of the save file that I have. But this was the original sim that I had. Her name is Arabella Scruggs. I talk about her in an apartment renovation that I do for her specifically. I give a rundown on everything that's happened in this save, but I'm just going to talk about it again because so much drama, so much drama. But this is Arabella. She is good, creative, a romantic, and then she also gains the cheerful, non-committal, and squeamish traits while I played with her. It's funny having a romantic sim who's also non-committal. But she has the fabulously wealthy aspiration because she did have Big Happy Family, which she completed, and she also had the one for like the painting and stuff. She also completed that one because she is a famous artist. I believe she's either level 1 or level 2 celebrity. She's made a lot of money, so I built her a nice fancy penthouse. But this is her. She's got some floral tattoos going on. She's got some outfits. She is, however, a grandma now, so I will probably be updating these outfits a little bit. Not that your grandma can't dress like a hot 30-year-old, but she probably shouldn't, so I'll probably have to downplay her outfits the next time I play her. But this is her formal outfit. She's got quite a lot of formal outfits. She's also got this one. This is actually one of my favorite dresses in the game. I love this dress. I think it's so pretty. And then she's got this more toned down one. She's got 2 different workout outfits because she is into yoga. She also goes on jogs with her dog Squeegee. And then she's got some different sleeping outfits. I did give her and her son matching PJs, which I thought was really cute. And then these are her party outfits. This one is my favorite one. I love it. It's really fun. The sparkly pants and everything. And then these are her swimsuits. She's got 2 different ones. And then here's her hot weather wear. She's lived in quite a few places, actually. She lived in Evergreen Harbor in a shipping container house. And then she also lived in the high school years world when her kid was a child and a teenager, and now I have her living in Ciudad Emirata in a penthouse. But that's Arabella, and then here's her little elderly dog. His name is Squeegee. He's very old now. He's gonna die soon, actually. I used MC Command Center and I checked his age, and he has about like 5-6 days left in his life, so he will be leaving us pretty soon. But he's friendly, a sleuth, and he is loyal. But I'm going to go and I'm going to show you the penthouse now and talk a little bit more about what makes this save so problematic and dramatic. So here we are in the beautiful, kind of rainy now world of Ciudad Emirata, and this is the penthouse that I have built for my sim. She has made so much money that I thought that she deserved a really nice, artistic, modern penthouse for her to live in, and also I put her through so much garbage that she deserved the absolute world. So this is what it looks like. I did a building video on this if you wanted to go check it out. But yeah, this is kind of what it looks like. Here is the upstairs with her bedroom, a little landing area, and then she's got a yoga mat, a telescope, a bathroom with one of her paintings. She's got a lot of her own paintings scattered around the place, the ones that I didn't sell. And this is the downstairs. It's very, very colorful to match her artistic personality. But yeah, this is where she lives, and it's taken her a while to garner up all this money. Are you serious? Girl, what are you doing? Clean it up. But yeah, it took her a while. This was kind of like a rags to riches type of save that I had going for a little bit, and then she just started to make a bunch of money. But if we go here and go to her family tree, so we'll see here that she has a son named Wendell, and Wendell has a kid named Catherine. And if we click on Wendell here, you will see that we have connected ourselves to the Bjergsen family tree. Now, this was such a dramatic thing to happen in this save because I'm gonna talk about like an abridged version, because again, I talked about this in like length in this build video. But essentially, Arabella met Bjergsen at a bar and they hit it off, and I convinced him to leave his wife to be with me. So they were boyfriend, girlfriend. She got pregnant with Wendell before they were married. She had Wendell, they got married, but then I hated the fact that I had another sim in the house, so I made them get divorced quickly after they got married, and then I moved him back in with his family. But funny thing is that he ended up marrying someone else instead of the wife of his 3 children right here, which was kind of weird, but I was like, whatever, it's your life, you do you. And then in between her not being with him, she got together with this lady right here. She's dead. So what happened was I had these two. They met at a museum. It was completely by accident. They met at a museum. I thought she was cool because she had all these like tattoos and stuff. I gave her a little bit of a makeover because she is a townie from Get Together, so I wanted her to have some other, like a different look about her because her tattoos were really cool. I liked her fashion and stuff. I just gave it like an elevated look. This is obviously what she wore on their wedding day. Ironically, she wore black, and she's like right next to her own urn in this picture. But Arabella and Ulrich met. They hit it off. They were friends for a little bit, and then they got engaged. They got married. But again, I had the same problem where I was like, I don't really want this many Sims in my household. So I let them stay married, but I moved her out and moved her back into her house. And I was like, okay, once Wendell moves out, I will move her back in because I will be playing with Wendell, so these two can just like do whatever they feel like doing, whatever's going to happen in gameplay. But then I decided that I wanted to go on a family trip with her son, and he was still a child at the time. So they went on a trip, and they brought her with them. Long story short, Ulrich was grilling, caught the grill on fire, and she burned to death. I could have stopped the fire. I did not. Arabella had free reign. She could have also put out the fire. She did not. Wendell was in the bathroom at the time, so he did not see the fire happen. So she died in a fire. So we are now widowed and sad. But I also was going to have them probably get divorced eventually because I was going to have her get back with this man right here. But as you can see, death by falling from heights. He fell off the mountain in Mount Komorebi and he died. I was so pissed. Like, I was so upset that he was dead. So not only did her wife die, but also her one true love died. Oh, we have a visitor. That's cute. Um, so now she is a single Pringle out here in Ciudad Emirata in this really cool penthouse. I have turned on neighborhood stories for her, so she can do basically whatever she wants. If she wants to find love again, that's cool. If she doesn't want to find love again, I don't really care. This girl has so much food everywhere. What the hell? But yeah, that's basically what's happened to Arabella, which in turn has also happened to Wendell. But we're gonna go check out Wendell right now and kind of leave Arabella to live her life. Uh, she was really fun to play with. I loved playing with her. I loved her dog Squeegee, but Squeegee was so high maintenance and needed to be taken care of like all the time, which real life pets do need to be taken care of all the time. It was just a very stressful trying to play with like a bunch of Sims and a dog. But yeah, we're gonna leave her to it, and we're gonna go check out what her son's been up. So this is Wendell Bjergsen. He did adopt his dad's last name. He has got the big happy family aspiration. He's also got the high metabolism trait because he did have the active uh, career, like the active aspiration, and he completed it when he was a teenager, so he's got a high metabolism. He's also a bookworm, a slob, a glutton, and he's also got the active trait. But this is Wendell, and this is his wife, Saphira. They have had an interesting relationship so far. Uh, this is her. She's also a townie from the For Rent expansion pack. They met in high school. So much stuff happens with that, but I'll tell you more about that when we go look at their house. But this is Saphira. She has the super parent aspiration. She does have the dastardly trait because she did have the nosy neighbor, I think, aspiration, or one of the new aspirations from For Rent, but I decided to change it because I just didn't want to play with that aspiration right now. But she is nosy, clumsy, and adventurous. The nosy trait is really funny because they'll just like stand literally 2 feet away from the person they're spying on and just pull out binoculars and like stare at them. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. Um, but they have a baby together. This is Catherine. I did not name Catherine, the game did. But as you can see, the Bjergsen genes kind of took over with the blonde hair and the blue eyes. I'm really interested to see what she looks like when she grows up, if she's going to look like a Bjergsen or if she's going to look more like her mom, Zafira. But let's take a look at some of Wendell's outfits that we have going on. I haven't really changed his style much since growing up from a teenager, but he kind of looks like a college student right now. But he's very muscly and stuff. He loves to work out. It's one of his favorite hobbies. He's got a lot of sleepwear options. Here's his party wear. Here's his swimwear. His hot weather, and then his winter wear. And then Zafira had some of like those, she had a lot of just the For Rent and the base game clothes, so I decided to give her a little bit of a makeover and get her some new clothes to wear. I did keep her, I think this is her original outfit, I just changed out the shoes and stuff. And then I gave her this base game dress. Actually looks really good on her. I haven't used it in a long time. But here's some of her formal wear. Here's her active wear, and then I gave her a bunch of sleepwear options as well. And then here is her party wear, her swimwear, and then I had to change up her hot weather and her winter wear, I think, unless these are the outfits that were originally given to her. But I did change up some of her other outfits, but I think that these outfits already came with her because I didn't actually hate them. I thought they were pretty nice. But yeah, that's Zafira and Wendell, what they look like as Sims, and this is Catherine. I think she's in her swimwear. Yeah, this is what she's supposed to be wearing. She has a lot of pink to match the bow in her hair. Infants are really cute when they're not being absolutely frustrating. The little bunny hat. But she's a calm infant, so we're lucky that she didn't get the worst trait. But yeah, we're gonna go check out their house now, and I'm gonna talk a little bit more about them. So this is where Wendell and Zafira live. I imagined that Wendell's mom bought them this house because she is so loaded with money that she bought them this house in Tomarang. Obviously, it does need a lot of work. It's got the older windows, the older door. There is apparently an ash pile and some trash on their front doorstep. Uh, but yeah, this house does need a lot of work. I figure once they make some more money, I'll fix up the house a little bit, make it look nicer, and then maybe eventually they'll move into a bigger house because I do plan on them having some more kids later on in life. But this is basically what it looks like. You've got the living room here, the kitchen. There's some scuff marks and some like mold stuff on the walls. They've got like really old vents and AC, but they got some nicer appliances. They don't have like older appliances because they've gotten some money, so I've been able to do that. And I don't know what it is about all my Sims just leaving food out everywhere. But they got, here's the outside. They just have a grill, a slide, and some lounge chairs. This is for when Catherine turns into a toddler. But here she is. She's on the floor right now, not on her playmat. I've noticed that that glitches out a lot with infants, is they don't end up on their little circle mat all the time. But here's her room. It is kind of dirty, but not as dirty as some of the other rooms, and it's very pink. And then you got the bathroom here, which has a really nice shower in it and a nice sink. And then here is their bedroom. It's very simple because, again, they didn't have a lot of money. Oh, fantastic. I'm just going to take care of that real quick. Yikes. And, yeah, so that's basically their house. Wendell, I don't know where he is right now, but we're just gonna bring him. We're gonna bring Wendell back home. But this is their house. They haven't been living here for that long because Wendell here was enrolled in university. He was going there to get a culinary degree because he found out when he was a teenager that not only was he into sports, he was also very much into cooking and baking, so he was going to get a culinary degree and then later on open up a restaurant when he got some money working some jobs and stuff. But unbeknownst to him, when he enrolled in his second semester, his sister right here, Sophia, died by getting attacked by chickens. He literally it was literally the first day of class his second semester. He was literally about to go to class. Like, I'm not even joking. He was about to go to class, and then his phone starts ringing, and he gets the sad moodlet instantly, and I'm like, oh my god, who died? Who died? And then I answered it, and they were like, oh, we're sorry to tell you about the passing of Sophia. And I was like, how the hell did she die? And then it said death by chickens. Which happened literally a week or two after his dad died. So he had literally just gotten over the fact that his dad died, and now his sister is dead, and it was his favorite sister, I might add. They got along so well, and now she's just dead. So I had him drop out of college because he was just so depressed and distraught. So he moved in with his girlfriend, now wife actually. They got married out here in the presence of his mother. She invited her sister, but I don't remember if her sister showed up or not. But it was just like a quiet little ceremony out here. They got married, and then that was that. But as you can see over here, Wendell's got a lot of traits, because when you play on a long lifespan, you acquire a lot of stuff. But Wendell and Zafira, they were not technically high school sweethearts, for the sheer fact that Wendell just could not keep it in his pants. So essentially, Wendell was getting around quite a bit. His first girlfriend was Carmine. You can see they have awful compatibility. They were boyfriend and girlfriend for like a little bit. And she did like him. He liked her. But it was just the awful compatibility. She often said a lot of mean things to him. and stuff. So he ended up cheating on her with his childhood best friend Tala. And I had it in my head that these two were gonna be like endgame. They were gonna be together. Why is she sleeping outside? Girl, you have a bed and a couch, but you're choosing to sleep on the bench outside. Whatever, girl, you do you. But I had this vision that Tala and him were gonna be like the besties, childhood besties to lovers pipeline. But she, for some reason, was rejecting half of all of his romantic interactions towards her. So I just chalked it up to the fact that they just like weren't compatible and weren't attractive. Even though they have amazing compatibility, I will also probably chalk it up to the fact that she is evil. So there was that. So he ended up cheating on her with Zafira. And him and Zafira were kind of on again, off again for like a while. Here they are as teenagers in high school. But he cheated on his best friend with her, but he was still going out with her while he was trying to figure out if he had feelings for her. And he asked Zafira to prom. And then literally Tala showed up like a few minutes later and asked him to prom, and he had to tell her no. And so then when he showed up at prom with Zafira, they had a negative mood with her because she was upset because he didn't ask her to prom. So there was a lot of drama on senior prom night. But then when he aged up and went to college, he technically graduated from high school early, so he went to college as a teenager. And she was already like a young adult, so I had to use MC Command Center a little bit to cheat it so a teen could date a young adult. So while they were dating, he just wasn't quite sure if he wanted to be in a committed relationship with her or not. So he was getting around, specifically with this girl right here. He has like, obviously he still has romantic feelings for her. If you can see, they're soulmates and they have good compatibility. I still haven't ended it with her yet, just because of the fact that I haven't run into her and it wasn't at the forefront of my mind because he had other things going on. But that wasn't the only fling that he had. He also, where is she? Kayla Fleming. Messed around with Kayla Fleming for a little bit. I was actually trying to get her pregnant. I kept making them like try for a baby, but she never got pregnant, thankfully. But he ended it with her. He just said, "Oh, we're just good friends." So there was that. He also went out with somebody else, but or at least tried to romance someone else, but it just didn't work. I think it might have been Morgan. He tried to romance Morgan. I think he also tried to romance Luna a little bit, but it didn't work. But then in the end, he just decided that he loved Zafira too much, so he is now fully committed to Zafira and making their relationship work. But there was just so much drama going on for like a long, long time. And then I don't really know that much about Zafira yet. I haven't really fleshed out her character all that much. Apparently she doesn't really like her sister, which is interesting. But I did make her a substitute teacher. I decided that she just seemed like a good fit to be an educator. She loves children and stuff. So yeah, that's basically my long lifespan save. There was a lot of drama. He did own a restaurant for a little bit, but the game decided that I shouldn't own a restaurant, so my game crashed. Didn't get to save building it or him owning it because I rarely ever save in my games, which is now something that I do constantly. So he doesn't own a restaurant anymore. It was supposed to be his mom buying him the restaurant because, again, she's loaded. So I might go back and do that. I might not. I might send him back to college now that he's kind of over his grief and stuff, and maybe he'll start earning his degree again, but he'll probably do college from home now. But yeah, that's my long lifespan save. And then I got one more save to show you guys. Welcome to my not so berry save. I am currently on the 3rd generation, but I did just finish the 3rd generation, so now I'm going to be moving on to the 4th. But this is my 3rd generation heir, Marigold Ward. She did have the last name Barry, but she married her wife, Dylan. And this is what Marigold looks like. She is not an alien, but she has blue skin because her dad is an alien. And I did have this entire storyline planned out for her, but her dad had to go and die before I could let her meet him. But the idea was that her mom went to, because she was the scientist, or her grandma was the scientist, and she had her mom inherited the portal from her grandma, and it was in the basement, but it was locked up because her mom didn't want her to explore space. So she was supposed to go through the portal and essentially find out who her dad was and meet her dad on Sixum, but her dad unfortunately decided to die before I could get that part of the storyline to go. So she just never met her dad. She has no idea who her dad is. They never met. So she just kind of, all she knew was her mom. And she only hung out with her grandma because she felt like her grandma was the only one that got her. And then her grandma passed away, so she had to start liking her mom, even though her mom was very much into her job. And we all know the Not So Berry challenge. If you don't, it was a challenge created by another Sims player, Little Simsy, and her friend. I decided to give it a go because I needed something more to do in my game. And I've been having kind of fun with this. I stopped playing it for a little bit because, as you can see, I have a lot of Sims in my household, and I didn't quite know which Sim I wanted to be the Gray Gen heir, but I have since figured it out. But here is Marigold. Her color scheme is yellow, so she's got a lot of yellow outfits going on. I only give them one outfit in this save because I want them to be kind of like cartoon characters where they only have one outfit. She is also very ripped because for the astronaut career you need to gain the fitness trait. But these are all of her yellow outfits. She's also got the cheese hair. And then this is her wife, Dylan Ward. Dylan, I didn't know this at the time, but Dylan, who uses they, them pronouns, because they are non-binary, their mother is Judith Ward, and I didn't know that until I went and looked in the family tree and saw that Judith was dead. Judith actually died as a young adult or an adult. I don't remember which one, and I don't remember how she died, but I can check it once I get into the game. But yeah, this is Judith Ward's child. They are a painter extraordinaire because I just needed them to do like a quick kind of job and also a job to get us money on the side. So they're a painter. They also are a music lover. They're good, and they're a goofball, and they also have earned the cheerful and active traits. But this is what they look like. They wear a lot of like casual active wear. I really liked their shaved head. I liked their glasses. I really liked the vibe of them overall. I really thought they were a good match for Marigold, and also Marigold really kind of liked her. So this is just kind of their style and what they like to wear. But yeah, this is Dylan, and they have 3 kids together. This is their first daughter, Dove. She was originally going to be my idea for the heir for the Gray Gen for this challenge, but I since changed my mind. But she's got the Gray Gen traits and the aspiration. All three of these kids have the same aspiration and the same traits. But this is what she looks like. These are her outfits here, a lot of gray. This is her prom outfit, actually. I am going to send her to prom before I age her up. But this is her athletic wear, her sleep wear, her party wear, her hot weather, and her cold weather. I wanted to give her some like sloppy, relaxed looks, like, because she is a slob and she is active, so she kind of just doesn't really care about what she wears. So that's why her hair is up in this claw clip right here. She doesn't really care about all that. And then here's the middle child, Argenta, who doesn't have blue skin, but she is so pretty. Like, she's got a lot of Judy in her face, but she is the music lover and active. And this is her style. I recently just did her up because she just aged up into a teen. And this is what she has for her clothes. She's got some gray. She's also got some yellow to go with their mom. She is also not going to be who I pick for the heir for the gen. But that's what Argenta looks like. And then this is Heather. Heather is going to be the Grey Gen heir. And she is also active and a music lover. But these are what her outfits look like. I made her like dress really cool. She's also got some purple shoes to go with the gen that comes after her, which is the plum gen. But here's her prom. Look, I got the new dress from Lovestruck. Here's her activewear, her sleepwear, her party, her swimming wear, her hot weather, and then her cold weather. But yeah, she's also got a lot of Judy in her face. She's also got some really cool purple eyes, which I thought was really neat. And I gave her some purple earrings to match. But yeah, she's also got the blonde cheese hair and some blue skin. But yeah, she is going to be my Grey Gen heir. So here we are in my Not So Berry world of this is Windenburg. Each of my gens have been living in a different world. I started with the Mint gen in Willow Creek, the Red gen in Oasis Springs, and now here I am in Windenburg. This is actually the third house that they have lived in. They lived in 2 different modern houses, both on the island in Windenburg, and now they're kind of in a Tudor style house here in the like downtown area of Windenburg. It is very much gray on the outside because of the type of paint that the Windenburg pack comes with, but the inside is very much yellow. And here it is. They got a yellow bathroom, yellow kitchen, everything. Since this is the yellow gen, every gen comes with a color, and this one is yellow, which happens to be my favorite color. But they got a lot of stuff, a lot of decorations on the wall over the years. Also, if you'll notice, my kids are also named after different shades of gray, just like Marigold is named after a shade of yellow. This is the outside. They just got a new rocket from the rocket career, so it's only half built. But here's upstairs with all the bedrooms. The bathtub is broken. But here is where Marigold and Dylan sleep. Here's where Heather sleeps. Here's where Argenta sleeps. And then here is where Dove sleeps. And she's the older sibling. She has the bigger room. And then also I kind of put clutter and stuff to go with what their future career is supposed to be. But I don't know what Dove and Argenta are going to do now since they're not the heirs. I'm probably going to have them move in with their sister for a little bit, and then they're going to quickly like move out after a little bit. But this is what the house looks like. Also up here on the walls, I have different pictures for the different heirs. So here was the Mint gen, and then here is the Red gen. This is Ruby. These were taken by her daughter. And then down here on the bottom, this is this is taken by Ruby's daughter, but that's Ruby's brother right there. And then this was Ruby's dad. He did pass away before Ruby did. And then here's Fern. This is Fern and her husband and her brother and her 2 kids. But yeah. They're gone now, and then here's a little childhood picture of them. I need to get updated pictures of them. Oh, also here's the ghost doctor that delivered one of our babies. I thought it was kind of funny that we had a ghost doctor. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff everywhere. Because I've been playing with this family for almost 4 whole generations now. But yeah, that's my Not So Berry save. If we look at Dylan's family tree, you can see that their mother was in fact Judith Ward. Oh, and she did die of old age. Oh, I'm glad she didn't meet the hands of Neighborhood Stories. But Judith did die of old age. And her dad was this guy, who also didn't have any other kids, which was kind of funny. But here you can see the family tree. We have Ruby, Fern, Cameron, And then this guy, her dad, who died of old age because Ruby hooked up with an older man. That's my Not So Berry save right now. I am working on Heather being the heir. She has got about 19 days left of being a teenager. I might make that shorter. But she's going to be moving into the vampire world. I already built her house and everything. That's going to be the next world. I'm probably going to add vampires into this family tree, so not only will we have aliens, we will also have vampires, and I'm kind of excited for it. I'm trying to make this save interesting because I've seen a lot of different playthroughs of Not So Berry, and I'm trying to put my own type of spin on it, my own story to it, so I'm kind of looking forward to playing more with this household now that I've got kind of an idea, because I did stall out because I was going to have Dove be the heir, but I just wasn't excited about her being the heir, mostly because like she was the only one who was a teenager and kind of close. As you can see, she's only got 9 days left of being a teenager, but once these two grew up, I kind of decided that I was just going to pick which one based on the vibes, and I liked Heather's vibes the most, so she will be my heir for the next gen. And that's pretty much it for all the Sims that I wanted to show you guys. I do have a lot of saves, but these were kind of like my most interesting saves. I got a few just family saves. I got one where I have a mixologist who has a bunch of kids. I got my basically completed Rags to Riches save. There's not really much else for me to do in that one. And then I just got a bunch of other abandoned saves that I haven't played with in a really, really long time. But yeah, that's about it for this video. It was a little bit different. I just wanted to show off some of the Sims that I like playing with and a lot of the problematic ones. Aw, she set the table. That's so cute. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed looking at some of the Sims that I play with when I'm not making build videos and speed building in this game. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!